My name is Omaro Johnson, and today I'm going to talk to you about the life and historical significance of World War II veteran and civil rights activist Medgar Evers. Medgar Wiley Evers was born on the 2nd of July in 1925 in Decatur, Mississippi, as the third of 5 children. Medgar was raised among his 4 siblings by his father James Evers and mother Jessie Wright. Evers graduated from Newton Vocational High School before he enlisted in the United States Army, joining in 1943, and specifically fought in the Battle of Normandy in 1944. Medgar Evers served in both France and Germany until his honourable discharge from the Army in 1946. After his 3 years in the United States Army, Evers soon enrolled at Alcorn Agricultural and Mechanical College, a historically black college, in 1948, and majored in business administration. College life proved to be very fruitful for Medgar Evers, as he was active in debates, American football, the track team, singing in the choir, and became the junior class president. In 1952, he earned his Bachelor of Arts degree. Alcorn Agricultural and Mechanical College is now known as Alcorn State University. While still a student at college, Evers married classmate Merle Louise Beasley on the 24th of December 1951. Together, they had 3 children, Darrell Kenyatta, Rena Denise, and James Van Dyke Evers. After moving to Mound Bayou, Mississippi, a town developed by African Americans, Evers established himself as a salesman for TRM Howard's Magnolia Mutual Life Insurance Company. However, this occupation was short-lived, as Evers would soon embark on a greater journey, a journey which would impact the lives of many African Americans during the 50s, 60s, and following generations. On the 24th of November 1954, Evers was named as NAACP's first field secretary for Mississippi. One of Evers' first assignments was documenting the death of Emmett Till in 1955, which had made him a prominent black leader to his peers and a man of great adoration to African Americans in the South. During the 1960s, Medgar Evers rapidly grew into the highly influential figure that we acknowledge today through his social efforts with the NAACP, his patience and resilience expressed through his civil rights leadership, along with his investigations, made him a prime target of white supremacists in the southern states of America. As an individual with a high reputation as an advocate for social justice in America, Evers lived with constant fear of dying, as he had experienced many close calls as a civil rights activist during an immensely tense and racially precarious period in America. On one occasion, the carport of his home was invaded by a Molotov cocktail which had been thrown into it. This took place on Tuesday, the 28th of May, 1963. With no previous warning, a second attempt on his life occurred on Friday, the 7th of June, 1963, when Evers was close to being hit by a car after he came out of the NAACP office in Jackson, Mississippi. As Medgar Evers' paranoia grew extensively, he and his family were worried as if his life would soon come to an end, which it did suddenly. 5 days after his near-death experience on the 7th of June 1963, after numerous weeks of death threats and unsuccessful assassination attempts, Evers was shot and killed by a prominent Ku Klux Klan member by the name of Byron De La Beckwith Jr. outside of his home in the early morning on Wednesday the 12th of June, 1963. Getting out of his car, carrying NAACP t-shirts that read, "Jim Crow must go," Evers was shot in the back with a single bullet fired from an Enfield 1917 rifle, which led to the bullet passing through his heart. Evers fell violently onto the ground by the impact of the shot and eventually rose again, to then stumble 30 feet away before collapsing outside his front door. It was a tragic end to his life, as he or his family didn't deserve to experience such a horrific ordeal. Due to his service in World War II, Evers was buried in Arlington National Cemetery with complete military awards. His untimely demise was mourned nationally, including more than 3,000 people that attended his funeral. Evers is survived by his widow, Merle Evers Williams, his daughter, Rena Denise, his youngest son, James Van Dyke Evers, his older brother, James Charles Evers, and his grandchildren. Merle Evers Williams had heavily participated in social work beside her husband at the NAACP and has continued her civil rights work today. Evers Williams is the founder of the Medgar Evers Institute in Jackson, Mississippi, and in January of 2013, almost 50 years after her husband's murder, she presented her blessing at the second inauguration of President Barack Obama. Unfortunately, Medgar Evers' oldest son, Darrell Kenyatta Evers, died on the 18th of February in 2001 at the age of 47 from colon cancer. Medgar Evers would be turning 95 years old on the 2nd of July 2020. He is still loved and respected by African Americans in the United States and by people all over the world for the sacrifices he made as a civil rights activist and because he risked his life for peace and justice in America. The name Medgar Evers and knowledge of what he stood for shall be remembered for generations and generations to come. Long live Medgar Evers. If you like what you heard in this video, give this video a thumbs up and feel free to leave a comment down below of your thoughts.